Man, this human can really run. Rather good stamina for a mortal. Huh. It's like forcing a mouse to run around a maze using the city. But I keep changing the walls. Oh, good lord. What is this human anyway? How can their scent be so strong? Even with me on the rooftops above them. Oh, I also must wonder if this endurance is owed more to conditioning or simple adrenaline. It's a shame, really. With their already good endurance, they could have potentially made for a decent ghoul for me. What they already have, on top of a little boost from me, they would get loads of work done for me. Oh, well. Enough idle musing. Let's get my prize now. Thankfully, they aren't hideous like the last females I've had. No, that way, little human. Keep going down the alley just a bit further. Hello there. You picked a really bad time to look behind you. Should have been watching where you were going. No, human, don't struggle, and don't bother screaming either. I'd hate to have to start breaking pieces of you to get you settled down. That got your attention, did it? Now, I know this looks very bad for you, and trust me, it is. But just because it looks bad doesn't mean this has to be unpleasant. And for the record, I don't intend to kill you. Oh, your scent is so powerful at this range. Oh, I'd almost say it's intoxicating. Now, look, didn't I say stop squirming? I am far stronger than you and far faster than you. Well, at least you aren't trying to yell, though. You'd hurt more than just yourself if you did that. No, behave yourself, and I'm willing to make this painless for you. There you go. Settle into your place, human. I said earlier, this isn't going to be your end, as I have no want to kill you. Not even intending any lasting harm. Though if you misbehave too much, I'll change my mind. Understood. Nod your head. Good. See? Not so hard doing as you're told. Life would be so much easier if more of you mortals just listened. Scared, my little human. Fair enough, I suppose. Though you've been mostly fun and good for me tonight so far. So I'll tell you just a little bit before I do what I came to do. Oh, that gas. The smell of your blood is intense. I must hold myself together. Now, normally we do our best not to tell you humans anything, but you won't be remembering any of this, so no real harm this time around. Oh, I'm one of those things you mortals seem to think don't exist. I'm a vampire. Now, don't you panic. I've said several times I'm not here to kill you. That would be such a waste. Oh, God, human, your scent is driving me mad. I'm not waiting any longer. Tilt your head to the either side. Just be good and try to stay still. It'll feel like mere pinches of your skin. And really, you don't want to thrash around after I've started. Now, take a deep breath and... just as strong as your scent was. Oh, holy. Thank you very much for the meal. You... What is this? Oh, I've got a throbbing headache all of a sudden. Mortal, what is you do? A sensation welling up in my stomach. Did you poison your blood, human? What is happening to me? What did you do? Tell me. Nothing. Then what is this? I've had countless meals. What is yours? It doesn't hurt, at least. It's like my body is being overwhelmed by the warmth to the point of almost burning up, like I've been drugged or something. Sorry, human, but there is now a slight change of plans. You are coming with me. No, you don't get a say. Your blood has done something to me. I intend to find out what it is, whether you like it or not. You are trying my patience, human. Stop resisting. I won't ask again. Look, I don't want to hurt you any more than I already have. I want to take you back to my manor, and we'll have a chat about all this weirdness. I'm not going to hurt you, unless you force me to do so. We only have two real choices here. Either you die right here and now, or... Well, I would just erase your memories, but we are likely going to take too long deciding what to do about these suddenly bizarre circumstances. Messing with memories is not an easy task, even for the strongest of my kind. If I needed to get rid of maybe 10 or so minutes, fine. But remember, I need to make you forget all the running around I made you do. Oh, I'm sorry about that, by the way. I was having a bit too much fun with it. Alongside that, this talk would also need to be erased, so we are a bit past my limit on the memory thing. So your choices are to die right here, or enter my dark world and live. Not the best thing, I know, but at least you have options at all. No, I don't want to make you a slave. I could easily do that, but you mortals seem to like having full control of your mind. So going that route probably isn't what you want. You'd be more like my employee, if anything else. Now, speaking of which, I am sorry, but I do need to take control of your mind just for a little bit. Only so you don't know where my manor is located. I'll give you a place to sleep until it wears off. It's merely for my own protection. The less you know it's over there, the better for the both of us. Okay. Nod, if you understand me. Good. I can't believe I'm going to be taking care of a mortal. I feel like I'm going crazy, but I must know what you did to me. When I drank from you, it felt like I took more than just blood. No. Talk. Back to the matter. You ready, human? Not that you have a choice in the matter. All right. Just try to relax and look into my eyes. Very good. Thankfully, it's quick, and... there. I got you. Stand you right back up. All right. Follow me, my hypnotized guest. I'll let you wake back up at the manor. Just what did that human's blood do to me? I should just kill them like I normally do and be done with it, but... why can't I bring myself to do that? What's holding you back? The human is still asleep. Why are they so fragile? Although, to be fair, I ran them around the city and then fed on them afterward. I'm being unfair. Why do I care? They're human. They're just food. What is happening to me? Ever since I drank from them, I've acted out of character so many times. I'm being nice to people. Even my thralls around the manor. At least them being asleep for a whole 24 hours gave me time to speak with the older vampires. I can't believe a few of them just laughed and said I was going soft. Thankfully, at least Lady Fairchild took the matter seriously. Apparently, my situation isn't wholly unique. A human whose blood affects a vampire's entire being. Their body, their emotions, everything. I'm inclined to agree with her. That's rather fascinating as a concept. It wasn't an unpleasant feeling after I bit into them. Just overwhelming. Instead of mild warmth, my belly was an inferno. And over a day later, I still feel it. Now I have to explain all of this, and more to the human when they wake up. Wonder when they... Yes? What is it, my servant? Have they? At last. Starting to worry it somehow damaged the human's mind when I controlled them earlier. Now that I think about it, they were surprisingly okay with it. They like vampires or something. Thank you. Could you ask Caroline to make her rose petal tea and bring it to the human's room, please? That'll be all. Dismissed. You're out far longer than I thought you'd be, human. Yes. What you remember wasn't a hallucination or anything. All of that really happened. So, how are you feeling? Doing okay, I hope? How long? About 28 hours. I think the mix of you running around for so long, plus the feeding and my magic took a real toll on you. The bite mark I gave you is already gone, thankfully, and I'm aware you're probably starving right now. The servants are working on something for you now. Thank you? No problem. It feels so weird to be thanked by a human. Yeah, it's not just that. Just the words thank you are very rare to hear. More so from non-vampires. Given normally it's begging for mercy or cries of terror when it comes to humans. Now, to get back on track. While we wait for the servant to finish getting you something to eat, let's have a chat. That chat I promised we'd have when you woke up. There are a lot of questions to answer, plus ones you likely have yourself. Where to even start? Why I spared you? Well, decent enough starting point, I suppose. What should have happened was, after I fed on you, was that I'd simply erase the memories of meeting me. You'd wake up later with what feels like a massive hangover, and we'd both carry on with our lives. However, your blood was extremely potent. I'd never even heard of the reaction my body had to your blood. Normally, a vampire's body is filled with warmth for a few hours, and their eternal hunger is sated for a time. Your blood was like jumping into a sauna. I'm still warm from feeding even a full day later. And that hunger I mentioned, gone. Completely gone. That's never happened to any vampire I know. It's normally sated for a while, but it always returns within 12 hours or so. We have a few ideas as to what it was. Yes, I said we. Well, I'm not the only vampire around here, and nowhere near the oldest. There are a good number of us. We do try to keep ourselves mostly out of your mortal world. Not always possible, as you can see. Damn my age. 183. It's a vampire, anyway. Counting my human years, I'm 210. I'll let you ask about me in a minute. Let's get back to the original topic, please. Okay, where was I? Yes. I spared you because what your blood did to me was severely abnormal. If this is something that could affect my kind as a whole, I need to know. So, I asked around the much older and more traveled vampires about it while you slept. Most just laughed at me, but one did take it seriously. She told me of this thing called a vampire's diamond. Though not the actual name, your human language don't really have an equivalent, and that's the closest we could get. A vampire's diamond isn't so much as a gem. It's a person. One whose blood raises our cursed hunger for an extended period of time, which then leads parts of our old selves to come back up to the surface. Not really. I'll always be a vampire, but it's like it's giving back us parts of our humanity, I guess. At last. Place that on the table, Caroline. Then you can go back to your normal duties. Here. Rose petal tea. You may not like it, but you've got to get something, and you lost a decent amount of blood after all. I'm glad you like it. And, yes, I've also noticed I'm acting far nicer than most of you humans would think in terms of a vampire. What you humans think about us is probably half right and half wrong with what you commonly think. I'll try to keep this brief. What you guys get wrong is the running water thing, getting invited inside, and the reflections in the mirrors. Well, there is one clan that doesn't have any reflections, but everyone else does. What you do get right is our strength and speed, or magic, to an extent, too. The fact that sunlight will kill us, not instantly, but prolonged exposure will reduce us to nothing. Holy water, the proper stuff anyway, hurts like hell. Wooden stakes only do things if they hit our hearts, but even then it's just paralysis. Everything else varies per clan, and, well, that takes hours to explain. No, we aren't really meant to tell you all of that. But you are a part of this world of darkness now, so, sadly, the only true way out is death. I'd personally like to keep you alive, because more often than not, once you humans see our blood red eyes, it's, well, your time to die. What? What do you mean they were cold? A vampire's eyes turn blood red when we use our powers. Look at mine, human. Gaze upon my red eyes. How? A mirror. I need a mirror. I don't believe you. There's no way they... Oh my God, they are. This is, I wasn't told about this happening. Oh, great. You've messed with my head and now even my eyes. Oh no. I don't know, looking in the mirror. The golden eyes don't look half bad. I could probably get used to this change. Only concrete stuff we know about this supposed diamond is what I mentioned earlier. A diamond, in terms of rumors my fellow vampires heard, however, is that vampires almost always get very attached to the human they find to be their diamond. Your guess is as good as mine. I have no idea what they mean by attached. And I do believe that series of sounds is your food finishing. Don't worry about not hearing it. My eyes are way better than yours. The rest of the tea is yours. I'll get out of the way so you can eat. Oh, really quick, before I forget. Your rules of living here, not many you need to worry about, but 1, you have to do as I say. 2, you aren't allowed to leave the manor grounds. And 3, you cannot mention to anyone at all that I'm a vampire. I have to kill you, and whoever you talk to, if you do. Simple enough, right? And if you needed any more encouragement for the last rule, you should know you have the same enemies as me now. Vampire hunters don't often care for the thralls of a vampire because they would not be able to tell the difference between my servants and you. So, please, behave yourself. I'd rather not lose my little diamond to those idiots. What's that look for? Yes, I just called you Diamond. I figured you'd prefer a more friendly-sounding nickname rather than getting called Human all the time. Does this make us friends? I guess. I wouldn't be opposed to the thought. Having someone not controlled to talk to would be a pleasant change of pace here. Admittedly, the servants aren't very talkative. Friends with a human. Sure, why not? Let's give it a try if you're fine with being around a vampire. I wasn't expecting you to actually say yes. Are you into vampires or something? This gets more and more bizarre. I suppose that's true. If I wanted you dead, you would be already. You are starting to fascinate me, my little diamond. Whether that's a good thing or not, we'll find out together, I suppose. But for now, please focus on getting your strength back. I will need to feed on you at some point later. Of course. I need to bite you again. Your blood will not stain my system forever. My little diamond. Okay, this nickname thing, I already like. I am sticking with it, whether you want me to or not. Yes, you learn more, we need to keep some of your blood in my body. Okay? Yeah. I'll get out of your hair now. Ring the bell if you need one of the servants. Use the whistle next to the bell, however, if you need me. Emergencies only, though. Now, do get some rest after you've eaten. You need to replenish yourself, after all. Come find me if you need me later, okay? We'll talk more when you have your energy back. Have a pleasant dinner, and good night, my little diamond.